Welcome to my channel, Official History of Coins Journey of Discovery and Hidden Fortune. Sometimes in life, the smallest things carry the greatest surprises, and treasures often come in the most unexpected forms. Today, we're going to uncover a story that has the power to change your outlook and possibly even your fortune. Stay with me till the end, because what you are about to learn can turn a single coin into an unimaginable opportunity. Let's get started. Let's talk about one of the most iconic and sought-after coins from American history, the 1940 wheat penny. This is not just any ordinary piece of copper. This is a symbol of a generation that survived challenges, faced a world at war, and built a future of prosperity. The 1940 penny connects us directly to that moment in time, carrying with it not only history, but also incredible value for those who understand its rarity. The 1940 wheat penny was struck at a time when the United States was preparing for the Second World War. Every resource was precious, and every decision carried weight. That year, the U.S. Mint produced these coins in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint mark tells a different story, but all of them together add up to one of the most fascinating collectible coins in American history. Imagine holding one in your hand. It is like holding a piece of the nation's strength and resilience. These coins were made of copper and zinc, with the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse side, a design by Victor David Brenner that had already become legendary since its introduction in 1909. The obverse proudly features Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, a symbol of honesty and unity. But what makes the 1940 wheat penny truly remarkable is not only its design, but the hidden fortune it can represent today. The question everyone asks is, how valuable can it be? And the answer may shock you. Depending on its condition, mint mark, and the unique errors that sometimes occur during production, the value of a 1940 wheat penny can rise into extraordinary amounts. Rare examples in pristine condition, uncirculated and shining as if freshly minted, can be worth thousands of dollars. But when a unique error coin surfaces, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or exceptionally well-preserved pieces, collectors are willing to pay staggering amounts that can reach up to $8,000 or more for a single coin. Now, think about this. Millions of these coins were struck back in 1940, but only a very small fraction have survived in collectible conditions. Out of all those millions, just a handful remain in gem mint state, and even fewer with those rare minting errors. This is what makes them so valuable today. The scarcer the coin, the higher the demand, and the higher the price. One coin alone can change your entire financial future if you're lucky enough to possess it. Many people across the world are desperately searching for these pennies. Collectors from the United States, Europe, and Asia all want to add these treasures to their collections. Auction houses regularly feature 1940 wheat pennies in their catalogs, and bidding wars erupt as people compete for ownership. Some coins have even sold for more than the price of a luxury car or a house. Yes, that is the power hidden inside this 1-cent piece. Imagine the thrill of finding one tucked away in your old box of coins, passed down from a parent or grandparent, or hidden in a forgotten jar. To many, it is just a penny, but to the trained eye, it could be a fortune waiting to be claimed. Stories abound of ordinary people who discovered a 1940 wheat penny and sold it for life-changing sums. That could be you. The history behind this coin makes it even more compelling. America in 1940 was still recovering from the Great Depression, but there was hope in every heart. The wheat penny represented not only the economy of the time, but the very spirit of resilience. Every person who used this coin in their daily life unknowingly passed on a piece of history that now belongs to collectors, investors, and dreamers like us. This coin was built to last, and that is why it is still here with us. Think about it. Over 80 years have passed, and yet these pennies still survive, carrying with them a story and a value that multiplies with time. The older it gets, the rarer it becomes, and the rarer it becomes, the higher the price you can demand. That is the golden rule of numismatics, and the 1940 wheat penny is a shining example. When we talk about maximum value, we must remember that it is not limited. The market decides the price, And with increasing interest in rare coins, demand is skyrocketing. If a 1940 penny in exceptional condition appears in the right auction, the price can climb beyond $9,000. And with unique errors or pristine red gem specimens, collectors have been known to pay even more. The ceiling is higher than you think. Should you keep it or sell it? That is the big question. If you have one, keeping it sealed, protected, and graded by a professional coin authority is the best decision. The longer you hold it, the more it appreciates in value. But if you decide to sell, you could instantly walk away with a fortune that changes your life overnight. Remember, this is not about having hundreds of coins. Even a single 1940 wheat penny in the right condition can be enough. Sometimes one is all it takes to make you a millionaire. That is why collectors around the world are on the hunt, searching for just one extraordinary specimen that they can add to their treasure chest. So why is it so valuable? It is the perfect combination of history, rarity, and condition. Every coin has a story, but few coins have such a deep connection to America's past, and at the same time, such explosive potential for wealth. It is not only metal, it is memory, heritage, and treasure all in one. The demand for wheat pennies in general has been rising year after year, but the 1940 edition holds a special place because of its timing before the wartime changes in coin production. This makes it a turning point coin, one that symbolizes both the end of one era and the beginning of another. That uniqueness adds even more fire to its value. If you're lucky enough to own one, never underestimate it. Treat it as your golden key, your ticket to a new opportunity. Seal it, preserve it, and watch as its price climbs higher and higher. And if you ever decide to sell, know that there are countless collectors out there waiting with open wallets to take it off your hands for thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1940 wheat penny is more than a coin. It is a treasure, a time capsule, and a potential fortune all wrapped in one. Every time you look at it, remember, you are holding history and wealth in the palm of your hand. So go check your coin jars, your drawers, your old collections, or those coins passed down from family. Because one coin, yes, just one coin, could be the key to unlocking unimaginable wealth. And who knows, that 1 cent could be worth $10,000 or even more, changing your life forever. Next coin, 1951, D wheat penny, Denver Mint, Lincoln cent. This one coin holds a story of America, copper, and ambition. In 1951, at the Denver Mint, over 625,355,000 of these coins were struck. That massive mintage makes it common in lower grades. But among collectors, what truly matters is condition, rarity of errors, and desirability among numismatists. Back in 1951, America was emerging from post-war adjustments, and coinage was still firmly bronze, 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc, part of the traditional wheat reverse design era that ran from 1909 to 1958. The obverse carries Abraham Lincoln's bust, a steady presence through decades. The reverse displays 2 wheat stalks framing 1 cent and United States of America. The classical wheat design gives this penny its enduring appeal. Because so many 1951 D pennies exist, most that show up today are worn or circulated, maybe discovered in jars, rolls, or inherited collections. In such condition, a typical 1951 D may bring just a few cents to a few dollars. According to USA Coin Book, in average circulated condition it might be worth about 6 cents, rising to maybe 73 cents to a few dollars in uncirculated MS grades. But that is only the starting baseline. Once you enter high grade or error territory, the story transforms. For uncirculated 1951, D pennies graded in MS, mint state, tighter ranges already show far more impressive numbers. In MS 65, some examples might sell for around $20. In MS 67, values rise significantly. Some examples have fetched $225 or more. But the real explosion happens when you push into the top end. One recorded auction for a piece GS MS 68 red, RD, 1951. D coin sold for $8,100 in January 2025. that shows that if you find a coin at the extreme end of preservation, it can command thousands. Beyond standard coins, what really draws collectors are errors, varieties, and rare mint mark anomalies. The 1951 D issue has known over mint mark, OMIM, errors, repunched mint mark varieties, and doubling effects that can dramatically multiply value. For example, a 1951 D over mint mark, D over S, variety, FS 511 or FS 512 is sought after. The regular 1951 D double die obverse, doubling in liberty or I in God we trust, may shift value upward. In the right certified grade, these error coins can attract serious premiums. So yes, the future potential of a 1951 D wheat penny is quite high, especially if yours is preserved in an exceptional state or bears a rare error. Over time, as more collectors seek high-end Lincoln cents, demand for top-grade 1951 D examples will only intensify. Given that so few survive in the finest condition, a high-grade or error specimen could appreciate further. At present, a legitimate ceiling observed is in that MS-68 range. The auction record of $8,100 shows that as of early 2025, this is one known maximum for a 1951 D in exceptional condition. But don't limit your imagination. If a coin even more flawless and rare emerges, for example a perfect MS-69 or an ultra-rare error in pristine condition, it might surpass that in the future. Collectors and investors often look at population data, the number of like coins graded at a given level. For 1951 D, PCGS lists some coins up to MS-68 in red designation, meaning full original red color, highly rare. The fewer there are, the more competition and value. That scarcity in high grade is the engine that will propel future value. Imagine you hold one of these in your hand, a coin that links you to 1951, to America, to history. If it's preserved, kept under ideal conditions, submitted to a top grading service, it becomes not just a penny, but a prized asset. You could walk into a high-end coin auction and see buyers vying for it. You could receive offers that make your heart skip. That is the kind of power this small copper disc can hold. Even now, regular uncirculated 1951 D coins in popular red or red-brown states are already commanding tens to a few hundreds of dollars if in incredibly pristine condition with full luster. It's not hypothetical, it's happening. And as time pushes forward, fewer coins will remain in that manner. That scarcity pressures prices upward. If your 1951 D has any distinctive error, doubling, offset or strike, die cracks, over mint marks, you must have it certified and highlighted. That error could turn an otherwise modest coin into a major prize. Smart collectors will pay disproportionately high premiums for clear, dramatic varieties. That's where fortunes are made in coin collecting. The coin's history also adds emotional weight. The wheat penny era evokes a simpler, mid-20th century America. Each coin passed through countless hands before entering the collector realm. That story itself is part of the collectible aura. When buyers bid, they don't just buy copper, they buy heritage. In the coming decades, as fewer coins remain in top condition, as new collectors enter the market, as grading standards push new high bars, the competition around top specimens of 1951 D will intensify. The ceiling could be pushed higher than today's $8,100. Perhaps 5 or 10 years from now, another even more perfect coin surfaces and reaches $2,000, $5,000, or more. So if you own a 1951 D wheat penny, don't dismiss it. Examine it, preserve it, and if it seems exceptional or shows any anomalies, send it to grading. That one coin could be your ticket to a stunning return. Even now, perfectly graded or rare error versions draw serious offers. In a future coin market that only becomes more competitive, the value may soar far beyond what many expect. Hold that coin like it's a seed. Nurture it, protect it, let time and demand do the work. One day, someone might call you and say, I must have that 1951 D you own, and here's my offer. That offer could redefine what you thought a penny was worth.